Now, few things say as much about a culture as their taste in music. And if we are to believe the Billboard Top 100 charts, the culture has switched to country music. Even if over the past few weeks you've been told that listening to country music makes you a small-minded bigot. At least that's what some on the left have said. Jason Aldean's song, Try That in a Small Town, is now not #1 on the country charts. It is #1 on the Billboard Top 100 chart for all genres. It's the most popular song in America. The song is followed by Morgan Wallen's Last Night at #2, Luke Combs' Fast Car at #3. For the first time in history, country music are now in the top 3 spots. The song Try That in a Small Town is so popular, it's made room for the 2 other country songs on the top 3.
Try that in a small town, see how far you make it down the road.
About 2 or 3 weeks ago, that music video came out, and there was an overwhelming negative reaction. It was said that it was racist and a dog whistle to incite lynchings. Then it became the most downloaded country song in, I think, 11 years. Kurt Bardella back with us now. Democratic strategist, writes one of the most influential morning newsletters on country music as well. It's good to see you, my friend. A good friend of mine just texted me when I sent the note around about the first time in history for country music. Going woke is the best way to promote what you are woke about. And I think it's going after a group, whether it is going after Jason Aldean or others in this way. Somehow now they don't get canceled, they become more popular. What's going on?
There's this kind of mentality, I think, in the country music audience community of you come for one of us, you come for us all. And rather than back down, rather than be shamed, rather than retreating, this audience specifically, they're going to stand up and get right in your grill, and they're going to be heard. They're not going to be silenced. If anyone out there thinks that by calling them a certain name or stereotyping them that they're going to all of a sudden go, my God, I should re-examine how I think about the world and I should re-examine the music I like, you have no idea what you're talking about.
No, but it's not really a political divide as much as a cultural divide.
Right.
It's a rural versus urban divide in America. And I'm wondering what's changed in your mind since a couple of years ago when cancel culture was so powerful and people in small town America, where I'm from, were kind of forced to accept being called names and they didn't really revolt. And I'm wondering how much we are to equate what's happened now to Jason Aldean's song to the news about Bud Light, which has sales down 25% after hiring a transgender influencer. And I think it was today or yesterday that it came out that Bud Light is assuming they've lost 25% of their business.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's this kind of overcorrection, right? You talked about how a few years ago, the mentality was a little bit different. It was a little bit more like, okay, like this is just the world we live in. We just kind of suck it up and take it. To now it's, how dare you come after us? Mm-hmm. How dare you try to tell us what we should believe, what we should like, what we should listen to, and then make us feel bad about that. And we talked a little bit about this yesterday with the segment about how younger boys in high school are more likely to be conservative than liberal. And it's that entire mentality, the idea that you should tell me that somehow I should feel wrong about what I am and have to equivocate myself before you and emasculate myself publicly. It's like this song, Try That in a Small Town, that is the anthem for the mentality of pushing back on that.
You assume now Jason Aldean is going to play at the Republican National Convention.
Oh, right. They should open the RNC. If the RNC is paying attention, they're going to have him kick off the convention.
You're going to have the Star Spangled Banner, and then you're going to have Try That in a Small Town. This is my question, though. From a purely political standpoint, the country music has always been popular with rural America, right? But it seems to now be creeping into ex-urban, suburban voters, right? There's a lot of suburban white women who are going to be in Atlanta, Charlotte, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Phoenix. This is also their music. This is their anthem. And the idea of a manly man who is a little bit like John Dutton in Yellowstone is a lot more appealing than the alternative right now that's being offered.
Listen, this past weekend I was in Bristow, Virginia, seeing Dierks Bentley. The week before I was in Baltimore seeing Thomas Rhett. The woman to man ratio is off the charts in terms of that audience, and they are out there losing their minds for these guys. There's a reason for that. There's an appeal there. And Democrats would be smart, if they want to be smart at least, and understand that if you really want to play in Atlanta, in Pittsburgh, in the Carolinas, and all of these, in Milwaukee, you cannot attack this community and expect them to want to agree with you and then vote for your guys later on.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.